Shanghai, China. FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 Group P classification rounds. Germany taking on Senegal here from Shanghai. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. And take a look at some of the fans who have made the trip all the way to Shanghai. And of course, fans young and old, neutral fans. We've had great crowds here at the Oriental Sports Center in Shanghai. And of course, the world has got game. FIBA Basketball World Cup has been terrific so far, and we expect a thriller tonight. An athletic team in Senegal taking on a team that has a lot of talent in Germany, who expected to be in the second round, Mark.
Well, they absolutely expected to be in the second round, and after day one where they had that 4-point thriller, almost came back to beat France. That's where they were on course to be, but upset in the group, and they find themselves here in classification. But obviously an opportunity to make the Olympic qualifying tournament based on performance here at the FIBA World Cup. And for Senegal, even though they come here with no wins, a potential direct route to the Olympics if they become the top African team through qualifying here at the World Cup. So for them, I'll be fascinated to see how hard they come out and play, because they have nothing to lose right now. They need two wins to to get into the top 24, which will give them a chance for the Olympic qualifying tournament. But they get 2 wins, potentially they're on their way to Tokyo. Let's see how Coach Guy puts this on the floor, because if he's got that message across to these players, this team is athletic, this team can press, this team can finish around the ring. They have issues with being consistent. Take the consistency out of it, get up the floor and play defense against a German team that must be a little bit deflated.
Yeah, certainly that is the case. They lost to France. Some were expecting that. France, of course, one of the favorites in this tournament. But the big loss to the Dominican Republic really crushed them. And they were able to bounce back against Jordan. And now they're here, and they want to win out and leave here with a better seed in the Olympic qualification tournaments next summer. You hear the loud ovation for some of their NBA stars. Of course, a lot of German fans here on hand. And it's going to be an interesting matchup. Like I said, Senegal, and you said it as well, Senegal has nothing to lose. Senegal is an athletic team. They're awkward to play against. This matchup doesn't really favor Germany in terms of style making fights.
Not at all. I think it's going to be Germany have to impose themselves. Whether they can is probably down to Senegal's defense.
See the big score line there. Canada victorious earlier today, 126-71 over Jordan. And here are the standings now in Group P. Canada taking top spot in the standings with 6 points. A Germany win will set up a big matchup tomorrow Monday between Canada and Germany. And again, Senegal all to play for. The automatic bid from one of the African nations to the Olympics is still up for grabs. 2 wins here puts them in a good spot to do so. We'll break now for the national anthems. First from Senegal, and then from Germany. teams will meet at half, exchange some gifts, as is tradition here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. And it will give us a second to introduce you to the 3 officials that will be in charge of this game, led by Manu Mazzoni from Italy. There are 3 handsome-looking gentlemen.
And let's not forget how hard these guys have had to work, you know, best in the game. It's an honor for them, and they've achieved things here to be here at this World Cup.
Yeah, a lot on the line, not just for the players, but for the officials as well. All right, let's talk Senegal. 0 for 3 in the group of death. That was expected. When you go up against Lithuania, Australia, and Canada, that is a tough ask. But those 5 have been the starting unit throughout, and they get out, and they absolutely run.
Well, we saw in the game in the group that they played against Canada. They came out, led early, got up the floor, and really did push. Their trouble is consistency at the offensive end. You know, we're going to look at the way that they play, though, is probably summed up by Maurice Ndour. You know, he averages 10 and 5. He's on his way to the ACB in Spain next year after a year in Russia. And it's almost like 10's not enough for a man of his talent. He needs to be more consistent. He needs to add things that can use his athletic talent. If he does that, he's going to be an asset. The more that this Senegalese team keep this game broken and no structure to it, the better it's going to be for them. Because this starting lineup for Germany is all about Dennis Schroder's leadership, but it's also stacked with NBA, EuroLeague talent. So on paper, this isn't a matchup. On paper, this team is supposed to come down the floor. It's got Schroder who can break you down. They've got guys everywhere who can play. Schroder was phenomenal at Eurobasket last year.
He was.
And he is now really engaged with national team basketball, really gets at a difficult start to national team basketball in Dirk Nowitzki's last tournament as a national team player. So it was a lot going on. At 17.7 points, he's tough to guard. But again, Senegal, break it up, make them do things you don't normally expect to do, run, and hey, so what if they make mistakes in transition? If they make this a basketball game, Germany are going to win. So let's make some mistakes. Let's make things happen quick. Let's make it a really unstructured game. And as long as you can stop Schroder getting too much, you're in a real game.
Here's head coach Guy. For this Senegal squad, his first tournament here for Senegal. He has 5 players on the roster that was a part of the 2017 Afro Basket squad. 9 of his players here have helped this team qualify for the World Cup. So it's not like they haven't played together. And it's an experienced group as well, average age of 28 and a half. On the other side, speaking of first-time head coaches, he was an assistant man at the aforementioned Eurobasket 2017. He is now here as the head man, Coach Rodl, and he has, as you mentioned, a team sprinkled with NBA talent, sprinkled with EuroLeague talent, a lot expected of this squad, and they didn't achieve what they came to set out to achieve to do, being here in the classification round. Now he has to make up for that and end the tournament on a 3-game winning streak.
Well, just to add to that, this is, you know, lots of people talk about how you go from coach to coach. Everything was set up for Germany. He was the assistant coach. He's part of the federation program. Everything was smooth. They come here, they've got talent. One game just derailed the whole program. We derailed it. Now they've got to get it back on track, get to Olympic qualifying tournaments. We keep saying that's a tough ask. It's a tough competition, but that's Germany's route back. They've made so many strides, senior team and in all their programs over the last few years.
We're off and running here from Shanghai, Germany and Senegal. Group P action. The Oriental Sports Center here in China. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. Senegal wearing the road green, Germany wearing the home whites. And a win for Germany puts them in a perfect position to continue their winning ways. They won their last game against Jordan. And that's a good sign for Senegal, knocking down the trifecta, a team that normally doesn't shoot it well. Toure, his first shot is good.
Well, the Germans would have got what they wanted, but it's good recognition. because they iced the ball screen.
Zipser's 3, no good.
But this is where you want to see them go. Just get it and go. Trying to attack it. Try and make this German defense get back.
Schroder just hit the 3, now backing his way in. Ndour lost the handle. That's a 3 knocked down by Ndour.
Well, if this carries on like this, let's just go home because Senegal are going to blow this one away.
It's actually a 2 put on the line. 5-0 early on for Senegal. It's Schroder. Waits for a tight screen. Now Schroder looking to dance. Driving inside, floats it up and in. That's the difference between Dennis Schroder now and of years past. He's looking to take the contact. He knows he's going to get hit the international level, and he hasn't been afraid to get inside the paint.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Ndour. Tice battling down low. He has his hands full.
Well, they got the ball where they wanted to get it. Sort of a weak finish. Don't go touch. Go hard.
Fade with the tough task of guarding Schroder. He blows right by him. All 4 points for Dennis Schroder. And you can tell the fans here in Shanghai came to see one man, and that's number 17 in white. He's putting on a show so far.
Well, they can't guard him one-on-one. You know, they've got to make him give the ball up, find out if someone else can score, because that's where Germany have had problems. Other people have had problems scoring.
And Ndour, step back. How about that?
Well, that's what I was saying before the game. Ndour's got all the tools. You know, he's got touch, and that's why the 10 points a game on a low-scoring team is not enough. He could be a leader on this group.
Schroder to the corner, Akpinar. He'll launch a 3. It's too strong. 3 white jerseys wearing the paint. It's tapped out to Schroder. Nice feed, and Kleber with the easy 2.
Wow, it's a little worrying for me. Senegal look a little flat energy-wise at the minute. And that's just not, that little pass there from Schroder, as pretty as it was, the defense away from the ball was absolutely zero. Little back cut from FIBA, and that's easy too. Just play some defense. Look, no real effort to recover either. Do they know that they have a chance if they win 2 games to actually go all the way?
That's what's on the line. Potentially the automatic bid for the African nation. Schroder for 3, no good. Ndour pulls it down. Almeida will push. This is the pace you want to see them play at. Stepped out of bounds, though.
Again, Carlin, it's so worrying because even though they got the rebound, there was 3 white shirts in the inside spot. It just happened to fall to a Senegalese defender. It wasn't like they went hard, boxed out, and grabbed it. It just happened to come their way. This is if Germany want to impose themselves early. They could just take control almost in the same way Canada did.
Akpinar, rejected by Faye.
Great sign. A little of the athleticism, the quickness, the attitude that says this ring belongs to us.
No, sir. Zipser on the rejoin, 8 to shoot. Look inside, Kleber gets up and pounds it home.
Is Chire going to play any defense in that play? Kleber's just going to destroy him if he lets him catch it that deep.
Almeida with 10 on the shot clock. Waits for a screen, now uses it. He'll probe. Okay, up fake. Drive inside, gets to the rim, blocked by Daniel Tice. Great rejection by Tice. And Germany looking to run. Look away feed, Zipser. It's Akpinar for 3. Can't get it to go, but Kleber's there on the follow. Senegal were hitting jump shots early on. Germany with the response. They take a 10-7 lead with 5:30 to go here in the first quarter. Almeida. His floater off the glass, no good. Tapped up and in by Ndour.
Well, any energy play is going to be a positive for me because I'm really concerned, if that's the right word, that they're not playing with the energy they need to play with to compete with the better team.
Schroder to Zipser. Now inside, Tice faces up on Ndour. Up fake is there. Tice with the floater. That soft touch is good. Almeida wants his screen away from the rim. Joy. Ndour. He'll pull up for two. In and out.
No green shirt going to the glass hard at all.
Tice open on the alley-oop. They lost him in transition, and an easy two for Daniel Tice leads to a timeout for Senegal.
Well,
no one in the picture on the green shirt.
Sorry, we just made that point, haven't we? Just make the point. No green shirt goes to the glass, so that means they're just standing mid-court. They don't go to the ring, they don't get back. Tice just, we didn't even have to run the floor hard. He just wandered down. I don't see the energy here, and you know it's a long enough. It's not going to be like the Jordan game at all. But this isn't technical now. Running back, picking your guy up is not technical. Tice didn't have to work to get there. I don't mind the fact that they're letting Schroder look around, make a few passes from the point, as long as they don't let him get it back. They just haven't played a stitch defense for the first 5 minutes. They're only down 5, so they're almost fortunate because they've made some jumpers.
That being said, it's only a 5-point spread, as you mentioned. Here you see the good pass by Schroder.
I mean, the lack of defense by Dalmeida as he went back door, no attempt to get back into play. And then no box out, just FIBA just getting what he wants.
More athletic than I think people give him credit for. He had a block in the group stages that was absolutely terrific.
Yeah.
We're talking about his offense right now. He's 6 points and counting. Has his team up 14-9 on the rejoin. 4:30 to play in the first quarter. Dave up top. Going, couldn't slam it home. Low into the game for the first time, so it's low. Schroder, Benzing as well, checked in on the break. Tice and Kleber. Here is Kleber. That's a 3. In and out. And Almeida will push the other way. Ndour's been a workhorse down low right now for Senegal. He's really trying to assert his size down there.
I think the issue Senegal always have when they come to the world stage is just playing for 40 minutes. You know, they can get highlights, they can make some shots early, then they'll have a flat spell. And against the better teams, that flat spell puts them in a hole. And then they can't get to play on that emotion that they're so good at when they can run and get to the ring.
Offensive foul. We'll go the other way. You see the judge at home.
He was definitely outside the charge circle. He looked like he was there. What surprised me is that Faye went that way and didn't go the other way, because he was going back to where the defense was recovering from. Just rip it through and go. Far side of the ring, it'd have been less chance of anywhere of charging.
Schroder. We go inside, Tice. Slapped out of his hands by Faye, and Tice hit the ground hard. Slow to get up. Won't run into the game now for Tice. See Faye slapping it away.
Voigtman's on his way to CSKA Moscow. Going to be competing at the top levels of the EuroLeague. This German team is deep. It's got talent all the way down the roster.
Low with 1 to shoot. He didn't realize it was a shot clock violation. You see Schroder telling him, hey, you should shoot the rock. And that's the difference between Dennis Schroder from a couple of years ago, when you mentioned when he had to endure playing with the national team. Dirk Nowitzki's last stint with the team, a lot was going on. It was at home as well on top of that. A lot of distractions around the team. He became the face of German basketball at Eurobasket 2017 and really took a step in terms of leadership. Now trying to take the next step here.
That's, you know, I don't think anyone can understand how big that tournament was for Dirk Nowitzki. It was Dirk and 11. It didn't matter which 11 it was. That's not by him either. That's just the way it was set up.
Kleber on the baseline. Couple fakes and it was rejected by Faye. Good defense staying down off the pump fakes and the long arm getting the block. Almeida probing. Now pulls up. That's a 2. No good. Shot there by Benzing, tapping it to Kleber. Running the floor is Voigtman. Oh, rejected by Faye. Sound. They look to put low in the grindhouse. Sound, the kick out. Slapped away by Benzing on the scrambling D.
Well, after the timeout, after the early Senegal timeout, they've come out, they've ripped it and gone to the basket. They've been getting up to block. Now maybe someone's explained, guys, we've got a chance here. Let's see if we can put it out. Let's see if we can be the aggressor. Let's use what we've got. We've got a chance to go all the way if we get a win.
That shot short. And Schroder, the only starter on the floor for Germany. Low, Benzing. Arto, who just checked into the game, tried to save it there. And foul is called on Faye. The shove.
Well, here's a question. I haven't said that they're really deep. They're up 3. There is now no starter on the floor, so it's not as if some people will always have debates about how you keep units fresh and how you keep the balance right. They started pretty well. Kleber was good. Now they've gone they're literally in a 5-for-5 situation now where they're already down to the 10th player. We're still in the first quarter. Sometimes players aren't even used to that.
Benzing thought about it, now puts it on the deck. Voigtman for 3. Can't get it to go. Faye vacuums it in. Zambe driving. Handle there, that's a 2-point jump shot, that's no good. Akpenar, who just checked back into the game, gets the rebound. Benzing always a threat to shoot the 3. He wanted to take it, but decided to slow things down. Try to get a decent look. Germany hasn't scored in a little bit. As Akpenar probes, they go inside. Oh, gorgeous pass. Rodl looking for Voigtman, couldn't finish it.
Well, the stuff you'd expect to happen, people trying to block shots, change shots. Senegal have suddenly decided that they're going to compete on the ring. Hence, Voigtman tried to work his way to the far side of the ring, and sometimes Voigtman's biggest issue is sometimes he's not as mobile as you'd like him to be. When you make him play a little bit on the move, you sometimes can, not get the percentages you'd expect. So making him take that extra dribble, really productive then. Blocking him the last time, now he's thinking about it. It's exactly the sort of things Senegal need to do to actually challenge this German team.
Mohamed Faye leaves the game, placed by Gay. Here's Gay on the rock, his first touch. It's watched by Benzing, 10 on the clock. Almeida now. Almeida uses the screen, tries to feed it inside. It's a kick ball. Stay on this end, reset the shot clock back to 14.
Germans trying to really step it up in the half court. They've done a great job containing most of this first half. They had that little lapse where Senegal were getting to the ring, but the last few possessions, Senegal are struggling to get into anything they're trying to run.
Zambe kicks out to Faye. He'll launch a 3. Too strong. Akpenar comes down with the board. You look to run a set here. Try and close the quarter strong. Germany hasn't scored for over 4 minutes. Foul on the Bartel screen. That's the 14th foul for Senegal. And once again. Shot clock will reset back to 14. That's 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Benzing the trigger man. Low content to hold for the last shot. Benzing. Nice pass. Akpinar in the corner for three. Can't get it to go. Might get his own miss. He does. Akpinar drives. Floater at the buzzer. No good, and that's how we'll end the first quarter. A good one brewing here. 14-11. Germany in front after one.
Well, neither team is going to be particularly happy percentage-wise. For overall from the field, both teams under 40% overall. The other thing is that no one's been to the free throw line. No one's really being the aggressor at either end of the floor. Senegal have now started to change shots, and it's that's how I think they've got to play. I just think they should be a little bit more, let's get it and go. Even if they don't get it in the first part of the shot clock, if they get it later, still be the aggressor, because they're just not going to make enough from the perimeter. Turn the defense, get to the ring if you can, make the extra pass, all those sorts of things. But you've got to do it off of an aggressive first step if you're Senegal. Otherwise, standing and shooting threes, there's only one team that's going to win the game.
Right now, speaking of shooting threes, Germany 0 for 7 at the moment.
Yeah.
That's probably not something that's going to last. Senegal dodging some bullets there.
Yeah, it's not going to last at all, is it? But you can't keep giving them those looks. Because when Kleiber in that shot made that dunk, and he went to the inside, nice finishes. Schroder went and did the little floater. That was when there was no one challenging the shot. So Senegal have at least made one adjustment. They are being much more aggressive around the ring. But if they're not going to win this from taking jump shots. That's an absolute certainty.
Reminder to download the official FIBA Basketball World Cup app. 32 teams. A lot of different scenarios in terms of who goes on to the quarterfinals, who moves on to the Olympic qualifiers. That will help you keep up to date. FIBA Basketball World Cup official app. You get it in your app stores today. Second quarter underway here in Shanghai. 11-14. Germany in front. Germany, of course, in the home white. Senegal in the road green. And it starts off with a Robin Benzing three. We just finished saying that Germany is not going to go 0 for 7 from three. Well, they begin with 3-pointer.
Oh, and Benzing as a spot-up shooter on a pick and pop. That's literally how he's made his career. No excuse for giving him that space.
He'll pull for three and answers.
I'll still go with it's a shootout between Sambe and Benzing. There's only one winner.
5 on the floor on your screen now for Germany. Rodl, no good. Voigtman pulls it down. Akpinar has been 0 for from the corner and finally breaks the ice there with that three-pointer. That's a spot.
Yep.
Finally able to scratch now and give Germany a 6-point lead.
I mean, Akpinar's been a shooter since he first made the Bundesliga with Alba Berlin and ended up in Turkey now. He's just a very, very good scorer.
There he tried to take the foul, and no whistle came, so it allowed Almeida to go all the way to the rim for two. It makes sense, a screen for Akpinar. Benzing. Here's Lowe. Waits for Voigtman. Lowe, probing, back out. 2 to shoot. Benzing's gonna have to get it off. He can't. Ndour comes away with the rebound, or the steal. It's Almeida. Cross-court pass. Sambe for three. High arcing shot, no good. Ndour tried to tap it up and in, couldn't get it to go. Voigtman run the floor. He's been running the floor well here to start the game. Too bad he's too slow. He's not Usain Bolt. No one will accuse him of being Usain Bolt. Allowed the Senegal defense to get back and stop that fast break opportunity. We take a look at Akpinar from the court. 0 for 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Here in the second, already knocked down 2 of 3. Low off the inbound. Whitman sets a screen for him. That's a low 3, no good. Akpinar chases it down. Says slow it down, let's run something. Akpinar dancing, he'll launch a 3. And a foul underneath. And Whitman and Ndour having some words. You see it right here. Fade. The body check on Rodl. A lot of mean mugging going on right now between the two teams. You'd like to see that type of energy.
And the play before, they're going to have a look at it. Let's just see and listen. Let's just listen to them have a look at it, because then we don't have to make a judgment.
I don't know. Go with the wheel. Go with the wheel. So, let me check which is the best one. Give me number 1 and give me this one, number 4, 1-1. Okay. Check. Come, because you see what is the point of contact. I mean, okay. Go back. I want to see. Can we go with normal speed?
Normal speed, please.
So this is not a basketball movement.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
He's looking for the contact. This is no box out.
Yes.
From my side, this is C2.
Okay.
Okay.
Upgrade.
So we upgrade.
Okay.
Okay.
The number 11.
So foul is number 11, and the shooter
22,
is Danilo
22.
Bartel. Is Bartel.
22.
Okay. 22. So
Okay.
we go. UF
Conclusion?
C2.
Okay, C2.
Okay. Let's go.
You heard it from
So
the
we are
referees.
upgrading the foul from normal to a sportsmanlike foul.
We don't have to tell you. He's doing the play-by-play. Hopefully they don't take that part of the game out of our checks. But the unnecessary contact what was the call?
It says, non-basketball action.
Yeah, what's trying to box out? If you're Senegal, you're saying, well, Rodl flopped a little bit, but he's at the line for 2 shots and the ball.
And the possession before, Rodl had a little chat with the official to say, I'm being hit, I'm being held. Then he gets some contact and goes down, and it's just the way that it's built up. It's is it a non-basketball action, or is it a naive basketball action? Do you have to turn to box out, or if you put your body, because the contact looked like on the chest to me, but you underheard what the referee said, non-basketball action, therefore unsportsmanlike.
They've been consistent with that call here.
Yep.
FIBA Basketball World Cup. Whitman wide open for 3, knocks it down. Can't leave him alone.
Same thing, you know, as Benzi. You give him space to get his feet set, he's so consistent. You have to make him play on the move.
Ndour gets the return pass from Faye. Ndour was fouled on his shot attempt. He'll go to the line for 2. Last 3 by Whitman. See Schroder there celebrating on the bench, and now checking back into the game. He got a decent amount of rest when you factor in the quarter break as well. So in real time, he was sitting for quite some time and only missed about 3 minutes of game time. First free throw, good by Ndour. That's the difference between this team for Germany versus the one that we saw in Tel Aviv and eventually in Istanbul for the World Cup in 2017. They weren't as deep as they are now.
That's right, they had a few injuries going into that tournament, so they were really so heavily relying on Schroder. He didn't he delivered as well. He had a great tournament. But now they've got people who can help. And they've got experience that can help, and they're a year down the road.
Here's low. Boydman. Fencing. That pass too tall for Boydman.
Senegal can keep this level of concentration. They're right in this. They're only 6 down with the basketball. And the game's almost settled into a rhythm they feel comfortable in.
Ndour now. Step back jump shot is pretty. Draw some oohs and ahs from the crowd. He's been aggressive, he's been effective so far.
Absolutely, I think it's, as much as I'd still like them to be the aggressor and go to the hoop, the German defense is now not asking no questions of Senegal.
Fencing now, Boydman. Cross-court pass, Kleber for 3. No good. Boydman trying to hold off Faye. Faye goes crashing to the floor. Good sportsmanship there. We'll stay on this side, German basketball, with 14 on the clock. That's the energy you were asking for in the first quarter. It's finally arrived. That floor isn't forgiving at all, so he wanted the basket.
Yep.
Referee's checking the scores table. That's the reason for the delay here. Just trying to check the clock as well.
I suppose the question is that there was no, they shot the ball, so there's a 14-second reset. Did Germany have control? Then it went out of bounds. Should they be ticking some off the 20, off the 14, or did they get time on the clock wrong?
Inbound played. Not a success. Ndour had the crowd buzzing as he was getting set to throw it down. Did a good job of just saving the basketball, and then Yo gives it away. Low. Tice. Schroder will tee up. Thought about it. A couple pump fakes. Another turnover here for Germany. Sloppy basketball the last couple of minutes.
Well, you made the point right at the beginning of the game that Senegal are difficult to play against, and nothing sums it up more than the last phase there, where, you know, what Schroder normally expects there is someone giving him something to make a decision against. They stepped off him and said, do what you want, but there's no rhythm, so he chose not to. Then they have to make it up and create. Then they get the turnover. Going the other way, Senegal should have had 2 wide open looks and end up giving it to Kleber.
Ndour. Faye, good ball movement. Dior for 3. Schroder slaps down the rebound.
A little out of his range. That's not, you know, he's much better mid-range and in.
Schroder's 3, no good. Almeida will push the other way. Almeida probing. Floater, got it. 2-point game now. It's the second time now we've seen Germany kind of go into this dry spell where they can't get points.
And you can see where they've had problems, can't you? They almost, they start to stand. When they were running and Schroder was penetrating, they had lots of options. Now Senegal was just saying, no, go make a shot.
Sips are on the swing through. Stolen by Dior. Stolen right back by Kleber. Look out! Maxi Kleber with the slam. Restores a 4-point lead. Dior. Almeida using Dior screen. Dior steps into a jump shot. That's more in his range.
Absolutely. When he's in his range, it's really smooth. And he's been given a lot of easy looks. Woo-hoo!
Daniel Tice running the floor as Dennis Schroder finds him for an alley-oop finish.
There is no way they should have got, after a made bucket, they get an alley-oop like that.
Pump fake is Faye. He drives inside. He's hacked still go to the line.
It's exactly the point we were talking about earlier. They just can't literally concentrate all the time. So they get a nice spell going. They cut it to 2. They finish at the ring with a float. There's only 2 guys in the keyway. And then this happens to them. And it's, how does Thais beat them down? They just stop, mate. They just stop concentrating. They don't expect the team to come straight back. And a team of the quality of Germany will. You don't get back, they'll punish you.
Base first free throw, good. Trying to make it a 2-point game. 3:45 to play in the first half. Germany in front, 28-26. Weaver tried to find Tice. Torre pulls it down. Bay comes the other way. Chance for Senegal to regain the lead here. Ndour, side, Torre ties it up. And that leads to a timeout. Germany wants to talk it over. Senegal not going away easy. See the pass inside your Torre, who just came into the game. And it's 28-all. 3:19 to go in the first half. You're watching the FIBA Basketball World Cup 2019 from Shanghai, China.
Well, what can you say about Senegal? Everything was said, be aggressive, get to the ring. But the most telling change is that they're almost saying to Germany, you rode for 7, we're not going to chase you anymore. They made a couple of threes early, but now it's almost Germany are in this mode of they're offering me this, but I can get something else. And they've turned it over 2 or 3 times, just trying to make passes that aren't there against an athletic team that rotates to the middle. In terms of stats, 21% from 3 from Germany. They've taken 14 threes against a team that's standing there and saying, take 14 threes. And you can see the issue that Germany is very close to being a very good team. Very close to being a very good team. It's just, there's something that is allowing, they dry up because they have been in this situation where they've got spot-up shooters but don't score. And then all of a sudden, Senegal got a little bit more aggressive. They're starting to make them turn and they're getting shots around the ring. The little floater, the 2-footer. Now Senegal have to concentrate for 3:19. They cannot give breakaway dunks after scores. They have to get back and be playing the whole time.
Feels close to a sellout crowd here in Shanghai, China, the Oriental Sports Center, as we rejoin action. 3:10 to go here in the first half. Germany and Senegal tied up at 28. Torre kicks the ball there. When you talk to people that watch Germany and the Dominican Republic, the reason many believe that Germany weren't able to come away that game with a victory is that no one grabbed the game by the scruff of its neck and really took over. It's really only Schroder, and everyone else is kind of happy to game watch. And before they knew it, they were down big against the Dominican Republic, who really brought the intensity to them. Weaver inside, he gets hacked by Ndour. That's kind of happening right now. Schroder started the game aggressively, got them going a little bit, and when he went off, no one else stepped up.
Yeah, so your dilemma is, how do you get the ball out of Schroder's hands? Or, to an extent, let Schroder, don't let him score, but try and get him to make other people get involved in the game. But if you get it out of his hands, don't let it come back, because there's not many else. There's not anyone else really that breaks you down on the dribble for this team. Then again, Schroder can have that effect, right? When Schroder goes to work, he's really going to get to the ring. So you start just watching him play. Where the new Dennis Schroder is the Dennis Schroder who wants to get his own, but also involve everybody else.
Weaver knocks down both free throws. He has 9 and counting. Some pressure shown. Let's see if that changes a little bit of the momentum here in this game. Bang! Helter-skelter basketball in favor of Senegal, and the athletes are happy to play above the rim anytime they want. Back to a tie game. Zipser on the drive, gave it away. Dalmeda inside. Toure can't get it to go. Here's Schroder. Ndour asking for help. Tice up top. He gets fouled. They go to the line for 2. Well, Germany averages 11 turnovers in this tournament. They're already up to 8 in the first half. As you see that last foul there.
Again, it's another one of those situations as we see the really nice finish. How to let Weiss get beyond them so he ends up above the ring again. It's just get back. This isn't a get back where maybe they underestimate the athleticism. Maybe they don't think they can throw it over him, but it's happened 3 times already.
Shouldn't underestimate the athleticism of that man right there. We watched him in Istanbul. He threw a nasty finish down on Boris Diaw in the quarterfinals of that Eurobasket in 2017. We know he can get up and finish. He goes 1 of 2 from the line, restore a 1-point lead. Ndour. Toure. Fake. 3 on the way, and it's knocked down by Fake. Fake now with 7 points. Schroder waits for Tice. A little pocket pass. Tice inside. And a foul. Tice is coming live here in the last couple of minutes. Not afraid to get down low when he uses his body.
If you think about the turnovers that Senegal have generated, it's when people really do have collapsed from the weak side. That last play, they had 2 guys, but they had 2 guys arriving late. Everyone else is outside the keyway. When Germany have been trying to force passes to the inside, they've got back, got hands in lanes. Make Germany make some shots because they're not really making them at the moment. Whatever happens, if they finish this well, they're right in this.
Important minutes here for both teams. One team trying to go in the locker room with some momentum. Zambe inside fade. He's working on Tice. Tough shot. Able to hit.
Wow.
Is he feeling it or what?
He's definitely feeling something because he's just stroking it from that left side. 3-point line, mid-range, under pressure.
Lever for 3, no good. Tice pulls down the rebound. Schroder thought about it. Tends to pull it back out. Looking at Tice, he wants that mismatch. Instead, he'll drive. He got poked in the eye. No foul called. And he'll go the other way. Germany not happy with that call. Schroder got slapped in the face. Here's the replay. Ooh.
There are 3. That's one of those times I get worried. You know, he's hitting him in the face. That's you can't tell me that you have to worry get hit hard or whatever. If you're hit in the face, one of you must have seen it as 3 officials.
They trying to find Faye. That ball was kicked. Shot clock at 14. Ndour comes back into the game with 41 seconds to play in the first.
Dennis Schroder of old would have been a little bit more animated with his appeal. I think he's realized with this team especially, he's got to be out on the floor.
Almeida. Thinks he's been red hot. Putting the ball in the deck. Dazzling the crowd. Throws it up with a wild shot. Toure tried to tap it in. Couldn't get it. And Ndour comes away with the steal. Numbers for Senegal. It's the Faye show at the moment. Timeout Germany. 37-34. Senegal rolling. Saturday night, why don't you want to hang out, Mr. Faye?
Whatever angle, it's a good finish. 18.9 to go. Senegal with a 3-point lead, and it's because Again, I'll keep going back to what you said at the beginning. If they make it really a disorientated type of game, a broken up game, so they've turned it over mid-court again because Senegal are just hanging around. They're not forcing it anywhere. 12 points off the Senegal bench is a big time factor against with a team that doesn't score. You know, they're getting contributions. With the point you made about turnovers is key for Germany because you had another turnover against a team that, if more than nothing else, you normally expect them to come down the floor and get what they want. If they make it or not, they're normally very, very, very secure with the basketball. But the game is just not normal. You know, they're not normally going to get the backdoor alley-oops, that as many. They're not normally going to turn it over trying to make the great pass. So Senegal, first half obviously to them, and they're right in the game. This will be a huge result for Senegalese basketball, getting a win over a country like Germany.
10 turnovers and counting for Germany. They average 11 in this tournament. On their way to that, and we're just in the first half. Let's see what play they come out with out of the timeout. Doesn't look very good. Schroder's going to have to bail them out, and he does. The foul, and that's the penalty. Senegal will send that Schroder to the line. Nothing was going on that set. And there is the mistakes that you want to stay away from if you're Senegal.
Yeah, if it had closed him out and just said, go on then, like they've been doing, if he makes the three, he makes the three. It's almost as though you want to keep it as simple as you possibly can if you're Senegal. Don't get into too much rotation. Don't get into too many rules about your defense.
Tice hits the bench. Giffey comes in for the first time, number 5 in white for Germany as Schroder toes the line. His first free throw is good. Now up to 5 points. He also has 5 assists. Content to kind of distribute a little bit. World of pressure on that man's shoulders. Grabbing the torch from Dirk Nowitzki. Now trying to lead German basketball. A little long court pass. This will be good if it goes. Benzing comes up short at the buzzer. Well, how about this score line? At halftime, Senegal up 37-36.
That's a super second quarter. Gonna get a look at these numbers. You know, Germany going inside, obviously, with the alley-oops, but 19% from the three-point line is absolutely killing it. The great thing for Senegal, they've only taken 6 threes, which is a great stat for them. They don't want to be settling for the 3. So they put themselves in a position where they're getting going, they're getting to the ring, they're getting shots they want. So great half. They've got a potential to stay in the hunt for that automatic place going to Tokyo. And with, as you said, it was the Phi show. And with that hanging on the ring, there's going to be some pictures all over Senegalese media with him hanging around, as you said. So it's a great half for Senegal. They've given themselves a chance. The longer they hang around, the more worried Germany are going to be.
We'll leave you with the first half pictures. Senegal in front, 37-36 after 1 here in Shanghai.
现场再来给大家掌声，还有不到20秒。
在这条路上，我们始终如一，就算起点不同，终点总是一样。没有看不见的路，只有不敢冲破的障碍。越是狭窄的路，越要勇敢迈步。再难的上坡路，也要不走并肩而上。路不是一个人走，中国人寿万人前行，为您提供专业全面的综合金融服务与保障。关键一投决定未来，要投就投中国人寿。极速来到自我中心。越柔更越深邃，可能还越是简单更密。一个爱发达小生版是世界杯全球合作伙伴。
Beautiful connection. Wide open shot there for Garino.
Oh, taking it. Oh, get that out of here! Big block from Joji. Ndour trying to get past Cohen. He does get past him. Behind the back pass to Eric, who drops it in for two.
Man, that's a highlight because we were expecting him to fly.
Now Gentile. Bounce pass into Brooks. Pass behind the back. Extra pass. Datone for three. What a team play from Italy.
That's wonderful passing behind the back. Extra pass out and across. And the three is knocked down.
Brings it down now by Janovic. Well, Jovic is in all the space he wants.
Now Mike Marjanovic becomes point guard with a great no-look pass. And the alley-oop finish for Serbia.
My parents gave me away, so I had no purpose in this life. Yeah. When you educate a woman, you educate a nation. It's a quote from Nelson Mandela, by the way.
Back we are here in Shanghai, China. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. And it is a ball game here. Senegal up by 1 point, 37-36 over Germany. What has Senegal done well, Mark, in the first half?
Well, I think what they've really done well is broken up the game. Especially on the when they've decided to rotate to the middle, they've taken away a lot of German offensive options. And Germany are really struggling to shoot the ball well. And if you take away the points in transition that Germany have got where Senegal haven't got back, you know, Senegal are really in this game. So I think it's more when they flood the middle, they're tough because they're athletic in the lane. Offensively, they haven't settled for jump shots. You know, 6 threes, they've got to the ring a lot, they've scored in transition. They have to concentrate. They can concentrate 20 minutes, they could get a huge win here. If they win, and then tomorrow Canada beats Germany, their backdoor way of getting into the qualifiers, they could get in the top 24. So there's 2 options here for Senegal if they can get the win here.
Second half underway here from the Oriental Sports Center in Shanghai, China. Carlin Gay alongside Mark Clark. Senegal taking on Germany, and Tice coming up with a huge rejection, but Torre sticking with it, puts it back up and in.
It's so good when you see players not get phased by the block, going back up strong.
You see the 5 on the floor for Germany as Daniel Tice comes down with the sledgehammer. There's the 5 on the floor for Senegal. Good energy now to start this second half. Schroder poked it away, 13 on the shot clock for Senegal now. Wow.
Vice can get up, right?
Sure can.
Jeez. It's not as if there's much space in there either.
Now made it a trigger man. 5. He'll launch. Can't get it to go, and Schroder comes down with a flat-footed rebound. Schroder had a steam. Can't get it to go, and Zipser. Second possession now for Germany. Schroder left alone. That's a 3. Indeed! The entire bench standing at the top of your screen appreciating that shot, and Germany regains the lead here early in the second half. Waiting for help. Ndour with Zipser on his back. Ndour banging down low, and Ndour, the fall away. Left is short. Kleber comes down with the rebound. Schroder. Quick change of space. And right to the rim for 2.
Well, how pretty was that? But again, when Senegal have been effective defensively, they've packed the middle. Just take away those drive lanes.
Almeida, good defense by Akinar, really hounding him, and then he fouls him. Bails him out. That was a good initial defense by Akinar.
Yep. And that should be enough. They went for the trap. The last thing you're going to be doing here is trying to steal it in the trap, as we see Schroder, who never seems to be rushed at all, in his own time.
Previous play, him knocking down the trifecta. Well, he started the game hot as well, and then kind of cooled off to the back end of that first half, and that's when Senegal got back into the game. No one really stepped up for Germany other than Tice. And Toure knocks down a triple.
Toure's turn. It's fine first half, Toure in the second half. Throws down the 1 2 feet from the hoop, then steps back for the big 3, and they really needed those though, because Germany were starting to get themselves going.
We were wondering if Senegal were going to make enough perimeter shots to keep them in the game. Not what they're known for. They have 4 3-pointers so far, and they're shooting 57% from the land beyond. Roy comes up with a steal.
It's a poor pass from Zipser. If you can't get him straight away, you've got to wait for him to establish position.
Almeida. How about Torre with the up fake? He drives inside. Good pass. Fine. Up high. Down hard. Zipser comes off the curl. And he was hit by 5. Boy, what an afternoon for this young man. Get him here again. Moving without the basketball. Gotta give credit to Torre as well. Could have definitely settled for that 3-point shot as well. Just hit one.
Yep. And that's if they can just maintain that level of concentration, they're right in this. It's when they settle for things, break down defensively because they forget, just don't get back.
Behind the back, Schroder. Tice will launch a 3. Left it short. Ndour pulls it down. Almeida. Sam. Sam watched by Schroder. 5 comes up, sets the screen. Sam, step back 3! And knocks it down in the face of Benson. Torre in some discomfort on the bench. We'll keep our eye on him.
Well, they responded to the 7-0 run with a 7-0 run of their own.
Regaining a 4-point lead for Senegal. Tice trying to chip away at that lead. He's too strong there. And way above everybody. Pulls down the rebound. Sam. Just in a step back triple. 5. How about another 3 for him? In and out.
I hope they don't.
Good.
Yeah, I hope they don't get too 3-point happy though.
Schroder. He hits a 3. Well, it was raining triples in the game we did earlier between Canada and Jordan. Canada just couldn't miss from 3-point range, and these two teams starting the second half, picking up right where they left off. Ndour puts it on the deck. Tice got a hand to it, and a kick ball by Ndour.
Interesting if Germany struggling this game for much longer. Because at the beginning of the game, there was more pressure on the ball, there was more pressure on the pass, so that Senegal had to work for things and they had to settle for stuff. Germany just stepped off them, and Senegal are just not in the same place of having to rush anything. It's not about stealing the ball defensively, it's about making people run what they don't want to run.
Rejected by Ndour. Almeida pushing. 5. Scramble inside, and Ndour puts it up and in. Offense cashing in from their defense. Schroder at the deep end of the pool, fakes it as if you want to take the 3. What a fake pass! And everybody in a green jersey looking the wrong way, and he gallops inside for an easy 2.
Everyone in the crowd took the fake. There was a big ooh from the crowd. But again, no green shirts in the keyway. They should just fill it up. Get to the ball, but fill it up.
Sam. It's the 5 screen. Oh, through the legs of Cleaver. 5. Hammer. He'll go to the line for 2. It's almost a layup drill there.
At the moment, they shouldn't be chasing, apart from Schroder, they shouldn't be chasing anyone on the perimeter. The Germans have got no rhythm at all. They're still only, one down because of Schroder, basically carrying the whole load offensively.
He's a team high 16 points. Tice and Kleber hit the bench. That was Tice's 3rd foul. We'll have to keep an eye on that. You talk about secondary scoring and wanting that. He has 10 points. Check that 12. Next, Kleber has 10. Voigtman trying to return the pass. Schroder is tapped out of bounds. Senegal appealing for it to be going the other way. It's staying. Oh, the call is reversed.
Yep.
So Schroder did get a hand to it after all.
Especially after the experience they had in the first round, Germany. When do they start to second guess themselves? And the only man who's not second guessing himself really is Schroder. But as a team, this is not the team that started that game.
Benzing gets out in the passing lane, and that's going to be intentional. Not only was he on a breakaway, but he also wasn't a basketball play. 5. Well, Germany's going to play defense like they did on that possession.
Yep.
They could run away with it here. But that effort hasn't been consistent throughout.
And that's exactly what we were talking about, because Senegal will struggle in the half court if you force them to run stuff. If you step off them and allow penetration, if you step off and allow them to play at their own pace, then they are going to get things like they've been getting. Decent shots around the basket, making threes when they're open. You know, it takes, if Robin Benzing can get in the passing lane, because Robin Benzing will never say he's the most athletic guy on this German roster, then this whole team could be in the passing lane, especially around the half court, especially early.
As he knocks down both free throws. Mohamed Faye picked up his second unsportsmanlike, so he is out of the game.
Yep.
He's left and gone to the locker room. Senegal down to 11 men. Here's Schroder. Low, fought about the 3, will now drive. Boardman gets his man in the air, step back triple, count it.
Got to stay on the floor with Voigtman, got to make him try and beat you. Don't let him just fake you out, and therefore you get out of the eye line.
Almeida, by screen. Almeida for 3, no good. Schroder had it tapped away by 5. Almeida tried to look away past the 5. Good hands inside for Germany, and Schroder will push. Benzing on the drive. Body got hit. He'll stay on this end. Schroder screaming at Benzing, and Benzing said, "My bad," tapping his chest. Schroder wanted him to move the rock. He saw the defense scrambling. He thought that they could get an open 3 in that situation.
Right. But the only thing Benzing shouldn't have done is put it on the floor. Shoot the open one, yep. Move it back. Get an even easy one on the other side of the floor, but Robin Benzing on the dribble is not a primary option.
Schroder. He hits a 3. Leading to a timeout for Coach Guy. 6-point lead in favor of Germany. 19 points and counting for Dennis Schroder. 3:08 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Any option for Schroder is a primary option. Now he's the one guy that looks very, very confident from the 3-point line. In fact, at the minute he's getting to the ring, he's stopped creating at the moment. He's finishing or creating. The one time he gave it up in the last few minutes was to Benzing. Benzing didn't take the invitation to shoot the ball.
Germany went 0 for 7 in the first quarter. They've hit 7 3-pointers since then. Still not shooting a terrific percentage, but they're starting to fall, and that's dangerous for Senegal.
Ils ont pris un timeout. Deuxième mi-temps, ils sont revenus, ils ont dû sur la défense. Ils sont sur nos bases. Mettez le système à course. Comme 2, soit 2.
Well, Schroder's 3 from 4 from the 3-point line. That coupled with the penetration, those 2 layups. He's had a double-digit second half already.
Dazzled the crowd so far tonight. None better than that. Big pass, and the seams just kind of opened up. And his last 3-pointer well behind the 3-point line, knocking it down. That's the leadership that he provides. 19 and 6. Surpassing his averages in this tournament, and they needed it in the worst way. See how Senegal responds after the timeout. 5. Watched by Martin. 5 for 3. Oh my goodness. The game of his life.
And Dennis Schroder throughout the whole of that said, well, there's no way Dalmina's going to get the basketball because they wanted to run it through him. And Fi just took over and said, I'm going to knock the 3 down. Big, big shot.
He has 17 points and counting. Speaking of 17, number 17 with the ball now. Tried to find Boydman, who was rolling to the rim. Kick ball. You set the shot clock at 14. Well, Senegal doesn't allow any bounce passes. They can kick the ball. They can get a foot to the ball. They're going to do it, and they'll reset their defense without an issue.
Getting bodies in the keyway. Green shirts in the red paint.
Benzing happy to take a 3. Left it short. Schroder hustling down, and Woodman, recipient of a kiss from Dennis Schroder. That's leadership. Whistle came late. Doy going to the deck. Boydman picks up the foul. And Schroder hustling. Sometimes you just want it more than everybody else.
Yep. And then the presence of mind. Okay, people got to get open, but he's not just saving it. He's looking to create.
Boydman a little upset there, but he got his fingertips to it. Under 2 to go here in the third. Diop in the game, number 7 in green for Senegal. His first touch. Almeida. Looking to move the rock. 5 with 3 to shoot. He's going to have to get it up. He does. Just missed. Schroder will push the other way. Low, wide open for 3. Got it. That's beautiful basketball. It's Low's first 3 of the night. Now trying to lock up on Dalmeida. Ndour. Side Ndour on Bartel again. Shot clock winding down. Ndour step back, no good. Bodies hit the ground. Schroder coming away with it. Germany starting to impose their will now. Led by this man. Hits the 3, and he's galloping his way into a fine night. Dennis Schroder putting on a show here in Shanghai.
He's just taking over. Both ends. Both ends he's taking over.
22 points, game high. Ndour inside, no good. And they say it is here. I thought it was his last touch by Rodl.
Yeah. See it again. It's all about this German defense as well. Now, Schroder's been the guy scoring points, but every pass is now contested. It's the same defense they played at the beginning of the game.
Seconds to play here in the third quarter. 14 on the shot clock. Off the bench on the score sheet. And he'll go to the line for one more. The foul's on Schroder. Just having the discussion with the referee saying, call that on both sides.
And those two crucial. They were literally, they had dried up for a long time on the back of the defense that Germany had put down on the floor, and then Schroder either scoring himself, giving it to Low, saving the ball out of bounds. Everything's been about Schroder. They built that literally, they built an 11-point lead on the back of Schroder. And that 2 plus the 1 to come may all that Senegal need at the end of this third quarter, just to steady the ship.
It's been terrific, hasn't he? Diop can't get it to go, but Ndour follows up, and he'll get a chance for a 3-point play. Just when you think game's running away. Senegal not ready to lay down just yet.
And while we're worried, are Senegal functioning, are they not functioning, this will give them the chance to have 21 points in this quarter. It's just that Germany have exploded with 28, largely on the back of Schroder.
Complete the three-point play this time around.
No.
Schroder all the way on the other end. Almost punted home. Well, they fell asleep, did Senegal. Schroder beat them down the court and almost was rewarded for the three-point play.
That's what, the fifth time that they have literally there. This time it's Dennis Schroder of all people. Doesn't someone have a responsibility to pick him up early and know where he is? And then he had the presence of mind to draw the contact. And it just, you've gone 5-0 on the back of on the back of the last two possessions, the work on the offensive board, and you just turn off and Germany re-establish.
It's both free throws. Benzing will leave the game. Waver will come in as well. Woodman will sit. Giffey coming into the game again for Germany, number 5 in white. Full court pressure shown. Almeida with the catch. Ndour broken easily by Senegal. Ndour wants to go to work on a smaller Schroder. Ndour. 5. They go back to Ndour. A lot of dribbling by him. Falling away over the top of Schroder. Schroder upset at himself. He's smiling. Thinks that was good defense, but that time better offense. 7 to shoot. Here's Schroder. Kicks it back out. Low at the buzzer. That's how we'll end the third quarter. A good finish shaping up here in Shanghai. 6-point game. Germany in front.
Well, percentage-wise, Senegal still getting it down 50 and 50. And that three-point percentage for Germany edging up, but it's edging up on the back of Dennis Schroder. No one else is getting going, really. And you love Schroder now, from where he was a few years ago, almost the really angry young guy trying to prove a point. He just loves playing this game. That little battle with Ndour summed it up. He got a little frustrated, but it's almost like he almost told him he made a great move to score on him. But he's been phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. 24 points. He's already got 8 assists. He's 2 assists away from a double-double. He's trying to make his teammates help him, but in the end, he's having to carry the load offensively. Senegal just keep filling the middle. Stop chasing around. Stop. Get Schroder to give it up, and then take your chances with the other Germans in the lineup. But just do not give a drive lane to Schroder, because that's just going to get taken.
See the effort there by the captain, Dennis Schroder. Leadership sometimes comes in many ways. Sometimes it's vocal. Well, tonight for Dennis Schroder, it's all about lead by example. He's really picked his team up, put it on his back, and he's rolling. The eye of the tiger in that man's eyes right there. But Senegal still within striking distance. All they wanted is a chance. And as you said at the beginning of the telecast, they still have plenty to play for. They could have the automatic bid or a chance to play for the automatic bid from one of the African nations. 2 wins here, they're in play. Of course, need help from other teams around them, competition, but 2 wins here puts them in play. But also a win here against Germany, and then they're back in a conversation for an Olympic qualifying tournament spot next summer.
It's and for the second and third quarter, that's how they played, that they believe they've got a chance at it. If they could just stop giving Germany an easy 2 here and there with just not getting back. Take away those easy 2s. They may have scored in the possession, but take them away, and we're right. They're in it anyway. If you'd have offered him 6 at the start of the fourth, he'd have taken it.
6-point game as we start the fourth quarter here in Shanghai. Carly Gay alongside Mark Clark. Germany battled back in that third quarter. You see the 5 on the floor, led by Dennis Schroder. Schroder driving inside. What a block by 5. 5 has been terrific for Senegal all evening long. He's given his team a shot on both ends of the floor. It's not an easy guard for Dennis Schroder. 5, that was an all ball. 7 on the shot clock as Schroder the trigger man. Benzing, that's a 2. No good, and skying for the board is Diop. Almeida. 5 wants the rock. Rodl on him. Ndour. Go inside 5. Now Benzing on him. 5. Tough finish, can't get it to go. Benzing. Side to Low. That's a 3. Left is short. Ortman pulls it down, and it's an offensive foul. He did push him. It's a late whistle, but correct call.
Take the late one as long as it's the correct one every day. So, and the good thing about that on the last couple of is that Senegal have got back. They haven't given up anything. Again, another German 3, another German miss. They're in the place here. They're in a chance of really huge win for African basketball. This would be.
Ndour. It's hacked by Benzing. That's already the second team foul here early in the fourth quarter. That's going to be a factor down the stretch.
If Ndour decides to attack whoever's at that spot, because this is the German version of small ball, if there's such a thing, because they've got so much size on the front line. But Benzing on the floor against Ndour, Ndour has an advantage.
Almeida. Watched by Lowe. Almeida driving inside. Voigtman did a good job of getting his hand in the passing lane, and here's Lowe the other way. Rodl out to Schroder. Wide open is Robin Benzing. Got it.
And that's what Schroder was asking him to do last time he had that situation. You're here to shoot that shot.
Wide tries to enter the 3 of his own. That's in and out. Voigtman pulls down the rebound. Schroder running the floor. Benzing. Now Schroder back again. Schroder playing with 5. The dish inside to Voigtman. It's the Dennis Schroder show. We all have a ticket to it. 11-point game now. Germany starting to flex their muscle here in the fourth quarter. And Senegal respond. Been able to do so throughout the game. Ndour for 3. How about that?
Well, anybody that saw them earlier in the competition, who told us they couldn't shoot the 3? Feet set, they've taken good 3s here.
Low. His pull up, no good. Ortman on the offensive glass, had 2 shots at it. Here's his 3rd attempt.
They've got to hang in right now, haven't they? They've got to find a way to get a couple of stops, maybe get something in transition, not turn it over.
Low with the strip. Oh, Ndour rejects it. Benzing on the trail, and Schroder called for the ball and says slow things down. Benzing left alone for 3. Got it. He's starting to cook now. Robin Benzing, the triple. The lead is 13. Germany in front with 6:51 to go in the game.
Well, we said a long, long time ago, it seemed like a long, long time ago in the first quarter, or after the end of the first quarter, they wouldn't go over 7. But I think Dennis Schroder knows, take the shots that you should take. So Benzing, with his feet set, in rhythm, take it. Why are you even thinking about anything else? So a Dennis Schroder inspired run. Now Robin Benzing's gone back-to-back to the 3-point line. Senegal have to use this timeout to respond. Get it back under single digits, get right back in it.
There's been some positives for them. One of the positives is 2 quick fouls here in this fourth quarter have Germany already with 2 team fouls. Senegal has yet to commit a foul in this fourth. They have been able to score throughout the game in stretches. They're going to need a little bit of a spurt here to try and cut away at this lead. Still plenty of time, though, for them to try to get back in it. But Germany, we said at the top, they went 0 for 7 from three-point range. Well, those threes have bounced out now here in the fourth. Schroder has put on an absolute show this evening. He scored, he's found, assists, and a double-double for him now. 24 points, 10 assists on the night.
It's amazing.
Ndour can't get it to go. He's looking for a foul call, won't get one.
Well, you couldn't have got a better shot coming out the timeout. Right at the ring, a layup. Could have actually thrown it down, decided to just lay it up.
Schroder with Sam in front of him. Dancing. Voigtman. 5 to shoot for Germany. Schroder with the cut in the corner. Rodl. Blocked by Ndour. Here comes Senegal. And Ndour in front of everybody. Oh! Voigtman doing the business decision of staying out of the way of that poster. Ndour with 13. Voigtman now inside. Bang, inside. Voigtman fall away. Oh, that's pretty. Well, they can't trade buckets now, can they? Zambe up top. 5. Gets his own miss. Nice pass inside. Just pounded home by God.
Well, they got the block before the Ndour dunk. They made Voigtman make a tough shot. There's nothing else they can do. Just got to stay down. That Voigtman make too many of those. Get the ball out of Schroder's hands. Otherwise, he does stuff like that.
Ball movement perfection as Rodl pounds home 2. Back to a 13-point lead. Has been terrific. See what he does here. Good defense, Rodl. Offensive foul. Moving his feet. Stopping the drive of 5.
The ball was just slow in movement, and by the time he let it go, the defense is really set. The key to, obviously the key for Germany is they have to do this defensively. They have to play this physically. They have to be in the lane. They can't just play with their quickness. They've got to play with their strength. When they've stepped the defense up at the beginning of the game and in the last few minutes, that has been the spark or the foundation for them really getting this going.
Voigtman. Now Schroder turns the corner, his floater, no good. Senegal pulls down the rebound. Under 5 to go in the game. 13-point spread. Can Senegal make a little run here? Ndour, nice cut, lost the handle.
It's a great job by Voigtman. Gets it, rotates, gets across.
Akpinar in his office, left it short. Ndour screaming for the ball. Important minutes here now for Senegal. Time running out on them. That shot no good. It's been one and done now here in this fourth quarter. They're stuck on 7 points for the quarter. Germany have had this guy play incredibly well. Benzing to the corner, Akpinar for 3. No good. They're getting the misses. Now they got to score on the other end. Schroder wanted to foul and stop the game.
They look like they're running on empty a little bit, yeah. Senegal.
There we go, there's the foul.
Why did Akpinar foul them?
They're gonna get some subs in.
The ball's at the halfway line. They're struggling. They can run something from the sideline.
See the Rodl smash. Akpinar frustrated on the bench. I believe he thought he should knock down those 3-pointers. Coaching staff trying to console him. His team's still up 13, however. Sam, Schroder with good defense, forces a wild shot. He continues to smile as he walks up the court with the basketball. Schroder, Tice, fall away shot as he hits the deck. Looking for a call, doesn't come. 3:15 to go. Diop on the drive. How did he get that shot up at the rim? He was fouled. They'll go to the line for 2. Positive sign here for Senegal. Stop the clock and try to cut away at this lead. Weaver, who was sitting for a long time, back into the game. Zipser into the game as well. And Rodl will sit. That's a 4th team foul for Germany. The next one puts them in the penalty. So all not lost now for Senegal. They just got to make them count here at the line. Diop takes a long time to release his free throw, but we'll count it. Point game.
Still there, isn't it? 11-point game. Stop here, score. You're into single digits. The trouble is, there's a certain Dennis Schroder on the floor that to have him with the basketball with 3 minutes to go. I don't think there may be some guards who other teams would love to have, but you wouldn't want anyone else. There's no one going to be better than him right now. But you've got to try and get it out of his hands.
Nice. Here's Lowe. Scramble defense here by Senegal. The challenge by Ndour. Schroder gets it back. 10 on the shot clock now. Lowe with 5 to shoot. Lowe with 3 to shoot. Inside to Tice. Right on the doorstep and able to get it to go. German bench wanted a foul. Tice with 14.
This is the 4th game of the tournament. I don't see any difference in how the referees are calling the game at all. So I don't know why the German bench is getting all excited about it. They're up, they should be controlling the game. They've got to get it out of Schroder's hands. They got it out of it last time, but then they gave up the offensive board.
Diop with the last bucket there. That was a tough one. Here's Schroder, wide open, Tice. Now Schroder for 3. Can't get it to go. Look at Kleber flying in. And he's fouled by Diop. There's a tough layup, or a tough floater, I should say, by Diop. High off the square. But we wondered if they'd make enough shots. They've made plenty of shots. Tough, easy, however you want it. That man right there has just been a handful. He's taken over the game. Trying to close it out here. Minute 55 to play. Zipser. Zipser puts it on the deck, looking for help, finds it in Lowe. Lowe drives inside. His floater rattles home. Almeida. Slapped out of bounds by Kleber. Will stay on this end. 14 to shoot. Well, Senegal has one more game after this and an opportunity to get a victory from the FIBA Basketball World Cup. They'll take on Jordan on Monday. Jordan also has yet to scratch. Gave for 3, no good. Germany will take on Canada on Monday. That's an important game for both those teams. When you look at the Olympic qualifier next summer in terms of seeding. Schroder up top. Weaver finishing. Shanghai is Dennis Schroderville. Weaver with 12. Lowe picks up the foul. That's the 5th foul for Germany, and here he is. Mr. Shanghai himself, Dennis Schroder, beating Weaver up top. And a hand from the crowd here as Dennis Schroder exits the game. He's been terrific. Standing ovation even for some.
24 points, 12 rebounds. He's chipped in with 6 boards. He's had a couple of steals. And as importantly as anything else, when they were really threatened by Senegal, Dennis Schroder just took the game over. It was his game. He was deciding who shot it. He came up and stepped the defense up. And what a mature performance from where we've seen Dennis Schroder now in 4 years or so of international competition. And Dennis Schroder now runs the German national team on the floor. He's just a tremendous player.
Face of German basketball is that man right there, Dennis Schroder. He had a terrific night when his team needed most. We'll have to try and follow that up against the Canadians on Monday. 3 here.
Who's just said, hey, if Dennis Schroder wasn't such a great player, you should play me more, coach. It's his first touch, now it's a 3.
Ndour has been terrific from mid-range. 14-point spread. Low. Weaver looking for Tyson side. Tice got hammered down low. Weaver from center court. Almost banked it in. Almeida will push the other way. Almeida looking for help. It's a 3 on its way. Hit by Gay. Lowe will dribble it out. And Germany with an impressive win here. They needed all the effort from all 12 men in this one. But Dennis Schroder the star tonight. 89-78. Germany takes the victory.
Well, Dennis Schroder, the man in shot, literally did take the game over. He had to score heavily in the third to start them off. Then he started to distribute even more, ends up with a double-double. And look what he is. He looked every inch the quality NBA player that he is. And he really has. Set up a nice game tomorrow to finish the classification, the day after tomorrow where they play Canada. Seeding positions potentially at stake, as you said, in the Olympic qualifying tournament. So Germany, we should get out of here in a situation where they are in the top 24. We'll go to the Olympic qualifiers, and then they just have to make sure they're ready to take that last step and challenge to go to Tokyo. Senegal, however, getting closer. Getting closer every day. They really played France hard, really played Canada hard, really put themselves in, so really played Canada hard in it, and led Canada for chunks of the game early. So those numbers, still the Germans are going to look at it and say, well, we only shot 34% from the three-point line, took a lot of threes. Good contribution off the Senegalese bench, which has been an issue for them in this tournament. Absolute dominance on the glass by Germany. So Germany did what they were supposed to do, win the game, set up the game with Canada, and move on and try to plan for next year's Olympic qualifying tournament. And Senegal have done what a few other African countries have done in this tournament, underlying that they are close to breaking through into the top level of the World Cup. And that's where African basketball want to be. The new league is going to help that. Let's just see where it ends up, because at some point, they're going to break into that top 16, break in, they would hope, to the top 8. Great performance by Senegal. In the end, Dennis Schroder was just too good for everybody.
Taking a picture now with the coaching staff from Senegal as we take a look at some of the highlights from tonight's game. You're going to see a lot of 17 in white. He played terrific, as you said, Mark. Now we look forward to 2 games on Monday, day off for both these teams. Senegal will look for their first win against Jordan. Jordan has yet to win here at the World Cup as well. And Germany and Canada will be up next. There's still games going on, folks, here at the FIBA Basketball World Cup. You have US and Greece in a battle. have France and Lithuania in a close game. Find a way to watch them. This is world-class competition. For Mark Clark, I'm Carlin Gabe. We'll see you in a couple of days here from Shanghai.
That is one extra layer of confidence for the next and last game. It's going to be Canada.